everyone and welcome to this video going over the Freddy rework that is coming to us in the mid-chapter patch. First I will be going over his power and then I will go over his add-ons. So Freddy's power has been significantly reworked. Freddy can no longer dream survivors, he cannot see survivor auras when they are in the dream world, and there is no more action speed penalty while in the dream world. He still has the dream world, which works a bit differently now, and has access to new dream abilities. First, let's see how survivors fall asleep and wake up. Awake survivors will hear Freddy's terror radius, but they can only see Freddy within 16 meters. If he is between 16 and 32 meters away, he will phase in and out instead. And beyond 32 meters, he will be invisible. Awake survivors will not be affected by Freddy's abilities, but they can be hit by him. If an awake survivor is hit by Freddy, they immediately go into the dream world. Now, survivors will passively fall asleep over 60 seconds throughout the game. Survivors can see how close they are to falling asleep by looking at their profile in the bottom left corner. Freddy, however, cannot see how close survivors are to falling asleep. Once a survivor is fully asleep, Freddy will laugh, and the survivors will all hear the laugh as well. The asleep survivor will be able to see Freddy no matter how far away he is, can be affected by dream snares or dream pallets, and hear his lullaby instead of the terror radius. This lullaby isn't as directional as the heartbeat and makes it harder to tell where Freddy is. It still gets louder or softer based on how far away Freddy is from you though. Scattered throughout the map are white dressers, which change in appearance once in the dream world. These white dressers are where survivors can find alarm clocks. From Freddy's point of view, the dressers don't spawn in an alarm clock until a survivor is in the dream world. When a survivor falls asleep, they will see the aura of an alarm clock, which they can go to in order to wake up. There are multiple alarm clocks on the map, but only the clock that you can see the aura of will wake you up. If you go to any other clock that is not the one you can see the aura of, the escape dream interaction will not appear. When you find your clock, you interact with it for about 3 seconds in order to wake up. You must complete the interaction all the way in order to wake up. You cannot cancel and resume from where you left off. Waking up with an alarm clock prevents you from falling asleep for 30 seconds. This only applies to the passive falling asleep, not if you get hit by Freddy. Another way to get out of the dream world is to fail any skill check. Even sabotage skill checks will wake you up now. As before, survivors wake up when they are hooked. And finally, awake survivors can wake up sleeping survivors. But you have to heal the survivor to full before you can wake them up, since you can't wake up injured survivors. Additionally, every time you wake up in this way, the next time a survivor tries to wake you up, it will take twice as long to perform the action. So it just keeps getting longer and longer. The next part of Freddy's power is his dream abilities. He has 2 new abilities, Dream Snares and Dream Projection. First, I will go over the snares. Freddy can place a max of 8 dream snares. To use dream snares, you hold down the power button. You will see this red circle which indicates where the snare will be placed. When the progress bar reaches 100%, let go of the power button and the snare will be placed and you will see a red pool of blood on the ground. Make sure the red circle indicator is visible when you let go, or else your power will just be cancelled. Only survivors in the dream world can see these traps. And when a survivor walks over one, Freddy will hear screams and the survivor will be slowed. You can tell the survivor is being slowed because there will be blood dripping from them. If the survivor goes over the snare again before it despawns, the slow is reapplied, as indicated by the blood. If Freddy is not in line of sight of the snare when it goes off, he will get a notification that a survivor set it off. If multiple survivors step in the trap, he will get multiple notifications, and all survivors will be slowed. As long as the trap is there, any survivors who walk over it get slowed. Freddy has 3 add-ons that can turn his Dream Snare ability into Dream Pallets instead. This is by add-ons only and is not part of his base power. With Dream Pallets, he can place 10 maximum instead. They can be anywhere on the map where a pallet could spawn, and where he can place them is represented by this orange pallet outline. To Freddy, the fake pallets will twitch and have a staticky aura around them. When he is close to them but not able to see them, they will have a yellow aura, so he knows they are fake. These pallets are only visible to survivors in the dream world. To sleeping survivors, these pallets look perfectly normal, but when they throw them, they explode in blood. Survivors can use the perk Small Game to tell which pallets are fake in the dream world. Small Game is a base perk that all survivors have access to, and it says, get an auditory warning when looking in the direction of the killer traps and totems in a 45-degree cone within a range of 8, 10, or 12 meters. Small Game has a cooldown of 15, 12, or 10 seconds each time it activates. So this is the sound it plays when it triggers. And you will see it go on cooldown in the bottom right corner with your perks. Small Game will also trigger against Freddy's Dream Snares. Onto his second ability, Dream Projection. When the game starts, his Dream Projection is on cooldown and is represented in the bottom left corner by a progress bar around his power icon. Once fully charged, whenever Freddy looks at a generator, its aura will turn white, indicating that he can teleport to it. To teleport, you hold down the active ability button, and the generator highlighted in white will be locked in as your target. You cannot switch generators once you pick one. He doesn't go to the selected generator instantly, but has to wait a few seconds. As his progress bar fills, the targeted generator will erupt in blood, and an image of Freddy will appear. Once his progress bar is 100%, Freddy is teleported to the generator and can move. Freddy can cancel this ability at any point during the progress bar if he wants to, and his ability will be put on a short cooldown. For every survivor in the dream world, the cooldown of Dream Projection is reduced by 15%. Now that covers Freddy's reworked power. Now let's take a look at his add-ons. His ultra rare black box add-on was only tweaked a little bit. It says you become obsessed with one survivor. The obsession starts the trial in the dream world and cannot wake up. Only one obsession per match. His ultra rare red paintbrush now says all survivors start in the dream world, and failed skill checks do not wake up survivors while in the dream world. The Z block now says, after a survivor interacts with a dream trap, the survivor gains the hemorrhage status effect for 60 seconds. If the survivor is healthy, they will bleed for the duration of the hemorrhage status effect. Class photo can no longer cancel the dream projection action. All generators will spew blood while the nightmare channels the dream projection ability. The husk of the nightmare will not appear when using dream projection. Pill bottle. Survivors will see the nightmare intermittently at a reduced distance of 12 meters to 24 meters. The nightmare is invisible to survivors beyond 24 meters. The nightmare is invisible to awake survivors while carrying a survivor. Swing chains. Survivors that are awake or in the dream world have a slightly reduced action speed to all sabotage, healing, repair actions. This effect is increased for each survivor in the dream world up to a tremendously reduced action speed. Blue dress. While survivors are in the dream world, slightly increases sabotage, healing, and repair regression penalties. Survivor auras are shown to the nightmare when failing a sabotage, healing, or repair skill check for 4 seconds. Jump rope. Considerable action speed reduction to sabotage, healing, and repair actions when survivors are in the dream world. Nancy's masterpiece. For each sleeping survivor, moderately reduce dream projection cooldown. Paint thinner. Replace dream snares with dream pallets. You get 10 dream tokens, and survivors have their aura revealed to the nightmare when they interact with dream pallets for 6 seconds. Unicorn block. After a survivor interacts with a dream trap, the survivor gains the blindness status effect for 60 seconds. Cat block. After a survivor interacts with a dream trap, the survivor gains the hemorrhage status effect for 60 seconds. Green dress. Slightly increases sabotage, healing, and repair regression penalties. Survivor auras are shown to the nightmare when failing a sabotage, healing, or repair skill check for 3 seconds. Nancy's sketch. For each sleeping survivor, slightly reduce dream projection cooldown. Outdoor rope. Moderate action speed reduction to sabotage, healing, and repair actions when survivors are in the dream world. Prototype claws. Replace dream snares with dream pallets. 10 dream tokens, and survivors have their aura revealed to the nightmare when they interact with dream pallets for 4 seconds. Garden rake. Replace dream snares with dream pallets. There are 10 dream tokens. Kids drawing. Gain an extra 200 bonus blood points towards the deviousness when a survivor triggers a dream snare. Dream snare slow is considerably reduced. Sheep block. After a survivor interacts with the dream trap, the survivor gains the blindness status effect for 30 seconds. Wool shirt. Slightly increases sabotage, healing, and repair regression penalties. And that is the Freddy rework. I hope you found this video informative and that it helped you understand Freddy's rework a lot better. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate the support, and if you have any additional questions about Freddy, feel free to post in the comments below. As always, good luck out there in the fog, and see you next time.